So, we are fitting a shower pump today. We're replacing a shower pump, but let's just have a look at the pipe work. Come on, have a look at the pipe work. You'll see why I'm going to repipe it. Right, found the stop tap. It was behind a load of stuff. Turned it on. It should be off. Let's just run into a dribble now. Let me turn it on here. Where is it? Let's just make sure. Yeah, that's off. Right, hot's on the tank. There is 2 big tanks up in the loft. Right, shower 1. So this is literally the opposite side of where the pump is. Right, let's turn that on. And shut that up. And shower 2, which is down the other end of the house. Let's get that on. A bit weak, but I mean both of them are on. Okay, so that's what we're fitting, which is a 3-bar. And the one that's coming out is a bit hit and miss. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's a salamander, and it is also 2.5 bar. 2.5 bar. So this is run off gravity. That one is cumulative, which means it builds up the pressure before it goes out. We don't mind just training it down this way because it's coming out. Don't care if it burns out. So that will only, to be fair, it'll only run until the water stops. So we'll just help it get drained. Now pipe work. This is in copper. So that's 22. So that's fine. That's 22. That's fine. These 2 are 15. And then they branch off there.
Yeah, that branch is
Oh, that's definitely running quicker than it was before. So the fault is, it's just intermittent. Now I don't know if one side is just burning out or what's going on with it. It don't always sound super healthy. Here's our new pump here. So this is a cumulative. So basically that is an air chamber there. That will pre-charge it so that it's got pressure behind rather than waiting for pressure to leave. So you've got the flow sensors on here. I think it tells you everything about a pump, but there we go. So we've got 22mm flexi hoses, but they're not really flexi hoses actually. These are anti-vibration hoses. So it just reduces noise, but they're not flexible. You can't really bend them over or anything. There are no directions on these. You can put them on whatever one you want. So there we go. So you put those on, then you've got to keep the pipe work nice and straight as it goes in. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut above there and then come over and down, and then that one we're going to come straight down into it, and then we're going to go 22 just past those T's, because this pipework here, it goes into the wall, so it can't go any further than that with the 15. And 2, it is some sort of barrier pipe. We're not even going to mess about with that too much. But yeah, we're going to go just past those T's, so it's 22 past those T's. We've got 2 meters at least of 22mm. Now I'll throw up the instructions. For the best operation of a pump, you want it 22 all the way up to the outlet, but that is just for best performance. Now, we can't do anything about the way that someone's plumbed it in years and years and years ago, but we can try and make it look nicer in here, basically. Right, so we're all drained. All we've got to do, unplug it. There we go. Now that electrically that's safe. It does smell a bit funky. I reckon it is burnt out. Yeah. Right, so I need a bucket. I've got to disconnect it all into there. But first off, I need to go get some pipe work. And I also need to go and pick up some tools as well. So, alright, that's all drained out. Let's go off and get some bits. Right, I've made up a list. I'm going to go off and get everything on that list. So we need clips, we need pipe work, we need fittings, we need more benders. But I want to be honest with you. I kind of forgot that I even had this job in the diary. Don't know why. I dropped Little off at school this morning. I was like, right, let's have a look at the diary, and went, oh yeah, I'm there all day. So I should have looked yesterday, to be honest with you, but I haven't got all the materials, but it doesn't matter, it's only around the corner. Literally and far from the merchant. So I'm just going to whip off, I'm just going to grab the pipes and bits and bobs. So obviously I'm carrying pipe in this van. I've got look how fluffy my hair is, and I've got to go grab my benders from home, so I might even put some bloody gel in my hair. Right, gel. Who uses gel? Wax, whatever, I don't know, stuff. Right, oh, can we get out of the way? Apparently it's World Book Day today, so Little Un went dressed as a Power Ranger. Don't know what book Power Rangers have been in, but I guess they are at some point. He was the Red Ranger, if you're wondering. I think all kids, all boys want to be the Red Ranger. The Red Ranger's pretty cool. Me personally, I wanted to be the Green Ranger because I was a little arsehole. But it's weird, it's the 90s one as well. It's not like he likes any new Power Ranger stuff. It was just on Netflix, so I put it on. So I remember that from when I was a kid. And he's got obsessed with it. He loves the Power Rangers. He did get in trouble at school though. Apparently he threw something at someone and said ninja power. And yeah, they said, where did you learn that? He said Power Rangers. I was obviously the one that got in trouble, not his mum or him. It's my fault. My fault for showing him Power Rangers. I don't know how that works. He's a little turd that threw something. Anyway, plumbing. We need to go get some stuff. I'll be back. Okay, so we need to get this disconnected. So I'm going to turn off these ISOs and then disconnect them here. So let's turn off both sides, that'd help. And then we can just drain it down into the tray under here. So let's do the, so it's going to be the cold side. Like that, and I'll just open this. Yeah, there shouldn't be a lot in there. And just let that drain. Now we've got some ISOs at the top for the nearest shower, so we turn those off. But there we go. Just going to do the same with all the rest. The old one out of the way. I'm just going to cut this pipe work just up here for now, just so I can get a clear route. Now luckily they're tapped up with hot and cold, and they are the right ones, so it makes it a bit easier for us because they're actually staying. So I'll remove these this pipe work here. Is it going to just pull out? I doubt it. Come on. Oh, lush. You know it's been clipped right when it's cable tied. Okay. I'll get this out of the way. Right, so we're looking at placement. Will this door shut? Yeah, we got plenty of space there. There's actually like a little gap here that's sort of no man's land. So we put our first pipe on because that just went directly down. So that is a cold feed in. So going out is always the one with the black tabs on. Now you might be able to see there's an arrow, so it actually gives you the arrow, so that's going back out. As you can see on there, that gets connected up to one of those. So the plan is I'm going to swap these over for these, so we can do 22 straight down. That should give us our 2 meters, and then it will allow that when it's flowing through here, it's not restricting it too much because this is bigger. Like when you do a manifold, you want to go into a pipe that's bigger. So let me push that on. I'm going to swap over that one as well, and then I'll start clipping up. Right, connections, clips. Let's get it piped up. Right, so 2 meters of copper out there, plus the benders, because we're going to try and bend it so we don't have to wash out any flux. Right, so I pulled a full 90. So basically what we can do is line up the centre of this. So to be fair, this is going to move about a lot, but centre there, pull another 90 there. So that's going to be the centre of our pipe going through. So, right, let's get that bent. So our mark there has to be the centre of that channel, where usually we put a piece of pipe in there and be the centre of the piece of pipe. But we've got so much wiggle room and play. This first bend, I'm just going to put it there, which looks about right. So line it up down there, which that's not lined up, and then I'll give it a pull. There we go. There's our double bend. Okay, let's try and get this on here. There we go. Right. There we are. It's all good down there. It's all square. That leaves enough room for that. Okay, let's do that one next. Okay, well this next bend has to be impressive because, what's that one? Let me just check. Yep, that's flowing up. Right. Bend to there, up, bend across and then up. Ooh! Master bender. Do you reckon we can do it all in one? Let's have a look. Right, so from the centre of this one, keep that straight. 240. Well, let's try that. Right, so there's our first bend. I'm going to measure from the centre of that pipe, 240. So that is there. So that's going to be the centre of our pipe coming back down. And then what we've got to do is we've got to put this in here, right, centre, nice and flat. And it's got to line up, that has got to be the centre of this. So, move that across a bit. Bit more. There we go, about there.
Right. Thank you. Can I help? Thank you. I thought that was very simple. Gosh, I don't know. What's that?
Oh,
Trying to bend it.
yeah. Oh, there we go. Right, I'm hoping that's right. I can't test fit it because I just don't have the height. I'll cut a bit off of there, so that's enough just to get in there without being too close to the bend. So I'm going to measure from there up to about there, where I want to start that bend going that way. So, moment of truth. Obviously that lines up there, like quite nice. But does it line up there? Oh, it bloody does. Right, we've just got to make our mark here. Why is there a mark there? That's close to where we want it. Anyway, make that one a bit bigger. So that's, I might go actually a bit further that way. But yeah, we want to go a lot more there. Right, we ain't gonna mess about here. We're just gonna tell you the truth. I'm the goat. I'm the fucking goat of YouTube, baby. Look at that. One bend, don't have to do any flushing because everything is bent. Look at that. Oh, or the biggest bender. Maybe the biggest bender on YouTube. I'll take that title. I don't care. Right. That has got to go onto there, so we'll just do a nice swooping one. But first, I'm not going to do what I do every day, and that is let a tea go cold. So, perfect timing. I'll have my cup of tea, 1 sugar, beautiful. Looks a bit anemic. It's a bit white for me, but I don't care. It's wet and it's warm. I have actually let that cool down a bit too much, but right, I'm gonna go out and have that, and then we're gonna finish off the pipe work. Right, so this last pipe here, without soldering and then having to flush it, you could take it off here, do some more mega bends, and then we haven't got to flush nothing at all then. So I think that is the best idea. Now this is a Surrey flange, just make sure as well that the pipe work for the hot going into the pump is on a Surrey flange or an Essex flange or whatever. So it's not drawing in air, because you've got air at the top of a cylinder, and it's a stick that dips down and you're basically drawing from a bit further down. So let's get that off. Right, so he's out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recreate this bend, which this is actually a bit flat. It's not very good benders that they used. It's a bit squashed up. Anyway, I'll recreate that bend, leave the rest of the length on there, and then I'll measure up, mark, blah, 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 do all that. So let's get this one done. Oh, I just realised I've got a pencil in my mouth, so I hope you can hear me, but actually, now that comes down there, that bends outwards. Now I just need to get that one in line there, and then find my centre to bend it over. Okay, well this is getting really bloody awkward to bend, I'll be honest with you. Right, let's that back in there. We can get it in there. Yeah, I mean it's a little bit uphill, but no, it's not. No, it's not. It's fine. Right, I'll put my mark on there. It should be the same as that one, really. Yeah, there. I'm holding that so awkwardly. Right, let me mark it up, pull that bend, cut it, tighten it. Done. Right, so this all tightened up in there. Now, genuinely, there is no joins on this, so let me go down, you can see there. Bend, 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 straight in. No joins, no solder, no flux. So, stick your press fit up your fucking ass. You don't need press fit. Just learn how to plumb. There we go. Right. Because press fit is actually really good for in lofts and stuff when it comes to pumps, so that you're not having to wash out the flux. Right. I just need to turn back on the water. Then I need to just put a plug on here. I've been off and got a plug because they don't come with a plug, which is rather annoying. So, let's get the water on. Okay. We're back on. Ooh, that's scary. It's a big house. It takes a lot to drain down. Right, you can go off. You can go off. You can go off. The showers can stay on just to purge them. Oh. B-day. Ooh, posh. B-day. Right, quickly turn that off. I don't know where that belongs. It's one of those two, I think. Shit. Shitty, shit, shit, shit. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm gonna go for the hot. I did the hot last, and I definitely remember putting it in the first one. Well, it's not that one, so there must be a random spare one, but I am gonna just check that one as well. It was just a spare, but always worth checking. I mean, we did take off a lot of stuff, so it probably just fell off an old bit. Right, so I can now turn these back on. That one back on. You can hear water running through. That one, you can hear water running back through. Check for leaks. We really don't want to leak right above that. Okay, turn that on. Hey, so that's purged. So we could have actually put a negative head pump rather than a universal, but I just think for what it costs, 100 quid, the guarantee that it's going to work 100% of the time. Now this one here, oh, it's not turned on the other side, is it? There they are up there, right, turn these on. 1, 2. Now there's the hole that they go through, so for anyone that's moaning about me not replacing that little bit of pipe right there, and this is whatever that is, I don't know, I'm not quite sure of what type of pipe that is. There we go, lovely, all purge through, turn that off, there we go, get my arm wet, but who cares. Right, so behind the scenes I've put on the plug. It should just pre-charge, so let that do its thing. It's like a mini accumulator basically. Put on. There we go. Right, so now when you turn on the shower, immediate pressure. There's no delay, it doesn't wait for the flow sensors to trigger. Let me check everything for leaks. Yeah. So it's basically statically always sat at 3 bar rather than pumping up to 3 bar when it detects flow. Right, okay. Let's go test the showers, make sure they all work. Okay, we ready? Are we ready? Down for that one, I hope. No. So, oh, fucking soaked again. Right. Hot. Ooh, that is hot. Bit somewhere in the middle. Yeah, baby, get the air out of it. Oh. Okay, let's just let that purge. What is that slowing to off? What is going on? Right, I forgot to turn the cold on the pump. Right, that worried me then. I'll be honest with you, it did worry me. Okay. Cold. What is going on there? Now that's hot. That should be cold. What is going on? Right, well it's playing me up on the cold side. I did open it up and a load of air come through, but just fill a bucket. I was a bit worried it got airlocked, but don't look airlocked to me. Because that's like hot, because obviously it's got bypass, so if it can't draw cold it bypasses to stop the pump burning out. Right, what is going on then? Right, so that's back on. This better bloody work. Better bloody work. Right. No, what the fuck is going on? What is going on? That's hot. Cold? We're getting nothing from cold. Why? Why? Right, I forgot to put on the other side. Oh, please, 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 just work now. Because, yeah, I can hear it running. Oh, thank God for that. There we go. Come on, baby, come on, baby. Yes, 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 yes. Is that cold? Oh, it's cold. It's the first time I've ever wanted cold at a shower. Right, that's all the way cold. is that hot? Is that hot or cold? That's cold, okay. Cold. Turn it around to hot. This is at the end of the property. Oh, yes. Sweet, let's just try both of them on. Do that next. Let's get up to a nice sort of warmish temperature. That's warm, okay. It's like 50-50 both sides of the pump is just warm because it doesn't take a lot of cold water to actually reduce the pressure down right down. So if I do this to say, I don't know, 30 degrees, drop that one. Right, that's running well. Now let's shut the door so it doesn't get wet on the floor. I should be able to go over to the other one. It should be running just as good. I can hear it running. Might be a bit less. You'd think it'd be a bit less, but I'm the fucking best, man. Oh, here we go. Right, job done. Job dropped. Right, we got that one done in a pretty damn quick time. It's only 20 past 1. I need to get up the bank and I need to sort out the old van situation. So that's where I'm off now. I said definitely not a video tonight, but there we go. I'm putting you a video out. I ain't going to mix it with another video because I quite like the fact that that's just one job on its own. But what do you think about bending pipe? I think that took off a lot of time on that job. So instead of sweating it all up and then worrying about looking at individual joints, obviously there is no joint, so then you're looking at the connection to the tank, connection to the pump. That's it. But no flushing, because flushing it, yeah, it's easy enough to do, to be honest with you, because you've got them flexible hoses and all you do is you isolate those, put it over a bucket, turn it on, put them back on the pump. It's a bit of faffing about, but it's extra time on the job, isn't it? I think benders saved me a lot of time. If you're any good at it, don't get me wrong, I know plumbers in their 50s that have been doing it been plumbing since they left bloody school, back straight from coal mine straight into plumbing as soon as plumbing was invented in 1962. What am I talking about? Right, yeah, so I know a lot of plumbers that are very good, very experienced, but they're just no good at bending, because bending's just one of them skills that, I don't know, just keep having a go at it. I worked with a guy who, as much as I couldn't stand the cunt, I really couldn't. He is a prick. Paul, you know you're a prick. Who taught me as an apprentice. As much as I couldn't stand him, he taught me some of the best tricks of the trade. As far as his skills at soldering and his skills at bending, my God, can't thank him enough for that. So, Paul, thank you very much for that, mate. So, yeah, I just had a good teacher with it. I learned a lot of just, in general, how to do it by eye. And then just marking up your centres. I don't do any, what do you call them? Measure back. I never measure back. It's not like I know any of the measurements. I just put a line, put a piece of pipe in, mark, done. If I'm doing a 45, oh, for fuck, why is the road closed? Then, yeah, I just pretty much do it by eye. Right, I've got to put the sat nav on because I don't know how the fuck I'm going to get home because that road's closed and it's the only road leading out of fucking Evesham. Where am I? Ettington. They've closed the fucking road. Right. So, I did say when it comes to the GoFundMe and getting the engine sorted and everything else is going to be super transparent. So, can you see there? £2,496, 15 pence. Where's the reference? Transit Engine. That is the company there. Maytech Ltd. Down in Norwich, you can check them out. So, just paid for the engine. Right. Paid for the engine, haven't paid for the labour, haven't paid for the fitting. I just think it'd be stupid to give someone like £4,000. And then they take my van. I don't know. Does that seem a bit mental? Anyway, I'm going to pay for the labour once it's done. And hopefully it should be back next week. So I'm over the moon. Although, never get too excited, Sam. You know that life keeps throwing shit in your eyes. So there's probably going to be, oh, we're going to need a new clutch. Oh, you know, this is out on your flux capacitors shagged. Your sparkler fuse board is... I'm not a mechanic, as you can tell. I'm very easy to fuck over when it comes to my vehicles. So I'm just putting a lot of faith in this guy, and he does seem like a nice, genuine guy. So, yeah, hopefully the van will be back up on the road soon. We do have the funds for the rest of what he has quoted to fit the van. It's just any hidden costs I'm a bit worried about. So, yeah. I mean, it's an old van, isn't it? Not an old van. It's not old. Well, 2014 is not old to me. That was 2 years ago in my head. That was like 2 years ago. 2014 was like 2 years ago. Time goes too quick. It's scary, right? But to me, that is the newest vehicle I've ever owned. Anyway, I'm just hoping that everything is fine. Let's touch some wood. I've found some chopping board there. We're touching wood. It's all going to be fine. Right. See you on the next video.